We are on the heels of a big theatrical release for a sequel to another film. That's right, we're talking family-friendly February in full effect with our first episode leading up to a big theatrical release of the Lego Movie 2, the second part. We're talking about the original. Talking about a movie that's kind of near and dear to my heart, that I kind of dig. The Lego Movie. How does it still hold up? Do I still love it? I don't know. We'll see. On a very construction toy edition of the review.
Welcome to the review.
Oh, God!
Oh, no.
Oh, God!
A show where two small-town dudes give you your everything is awesome opinion. I am Troy to the Max Extreme.
And I am JJ.
Sorry, I don't know where that cough came from. It just came out of nowhere. It came from my toes.
Oh, my God.
Today we're going over on our first stop of our family-friendly February into the Lego Movie.
Yes.
JT?
Yeah.
In the past,
Yeah.
you've talked about this movie being one of your top favorites. In fact,
Yeah.
in 2014,
Yeah.
it made the top of your list.
I believe it did.
Does revisiting it sully its luster? We'll get to that.
Oh, gee. Okay, good.
I thought you were
might
really
need to-
going to just
I might
say
need
it
to
right now.
I might need to ponder on Troy. I don't know.
You just come on and be like, F minus. No.
Fuck it.
But we are going to dive into that later today in the show, or whenever you're listening to this, whatever your day looks like,
Yeah.
it's going to be near the end of the episode.
20 years into the future.
But first, you want to hear some real shit, JT?
Yes.
Broke my car today.
Jesus.
Everyone knows, if you're an avid listener to anything of my life, I
God.
suck at cars, okay? Now, this time I didn't hit anything.
Good.
So we just had freezing rain here yesterday.
Yeah.
Into last night.
Yeah.
I walk out to my car. It's literally just an ice rink outside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I go to open my door, and my feet slip out from under me a bit.
Yeah.
And so I yank hard on my door handle, and I ripped it off.
You Tommy Boyed it?
So it's not technically completely ripped off.
Okay.
It's just yanked so much now it won't go back in.
Oh, no.
And it won't open. And I can't open it from the inside either. So like an
Jesus.
idiot, I have to crawl through my passenger side every time I want to come in and out of that car. And let me tell you, every time I want to get out, I always forget that I can't get out from the inside on the driver's side. So I went to go get the mail today at the post office. I went to go open the door. Nope. So I got to crawl out like an idiot. So that almost made me late for work today. I clocked in at the exact last minute I could get there, so without being late. But I whipped into the parking lot, thinking I have to wedge my way out of this car.
Yep.
And then somebody pulls up right beside me, so I have to wait for them to get out of their car so I can get out of my car to hightail it into the building.
God.
I had a rough day today.
It doesn't sound good.
So I called our automotive shop that's in town.
Yeah.
The one that's down the hill over here.
Oh, yeah, the good one.
Yeah. And I literally was talking to the receptionist, which I know, and she said, "Oh, I'd love to sell tickets to watch you getting out of that car." I'm like, "Hi."
Hey, do it, then you can pay it off.
That's a good idea. Anyway, that was my rough day. So
That sounds exactly like something she would say, too.
yeah. So anyway, why don't we just get in some news, shall we? To ease the end of my day.
Don't feel too bad, Troy, because we're still in the process of trying to find a car for Molly since her truck
Took a big ass.
took a big ass. Like, her brake stopped working, so we, took it there being like, well, it's probably just, needs, new, brake pads or something.
Right.
Because it was like squeal every time you put the brakes on. Like, oh god, it's not good. Well, maybe it's just these brake pads. We get there, and they told us that like almost the entire bottom of the car is rusted out.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And that thing was a Suburban.
Yeah.
Like, it was a big boy.
Like if we were to fix it, it would have cost like $1,500. That's probably more than what it costs.
Yes. Yeah. I've seen that car.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
probably.
POS.
Yes.
So we're in the process of trying. I'm pushing Molly towards buying a new car, but she's never bought a new car before. Well, not a new car, but like a car.
Yeah.
She's never had to buy one. She's always had like hand-me-downs, so like she's dragging her feet on it, or it's like there are times where I would need a car too when you have a car. Let's get on this.
Yes. It is kind of nerve-wracking the first time.
Yeah.
Chelsea and I have had to go enough over the last few years being together. Now it's just like, let's get this shit over with.
Yeah.
Let's just go in, get it over with. It's pretty straightforward, especially if you go to like a decent dealership, like the one that we got ours at.
Oh, yeah.
Go to that one. They don't push you around or anything. They're just like,
Yeah.
what are you looking for? And they'll pull it around, you drive around. You're like, yeah, I want that one. All right, well, let's get you set up. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, life.
It sucks.
Fun stuff, huh? Maybe we
Yeah.
should start another life podcast with just you and me, huh?
Oh, God.
Can you imagine? Another thing that I have to
Harm
do.
type.
Harm type. Oh, I love it. JT, you know I'm a Mortal Kombat fan.
Yep.
And Mortal Kombat 11 was just announced a few weeks ago and
Yep.
it showed a full-on trailer with all your favorite cast of characters with
Yes.
new ones added to the mix.
Yeah.
Well, they've just this last week added 2 more to the roster.
Yeah.
One, which is a fan favorite from previous games, and one, I think, that was introduced in the last game, possibly, or maybe the one before that. But Cabal, the man with the hook swords and the gas
Oh,
mask, is going to be back for
sweet.
Mortal Kombat 11. So that's pretty sweet. And Devora, the insect
Oh,
kinda
yeah.
lady.
Yeah, she was in the last one.
I can't remember when she was introduced, but they are both returning for Mortal Kombat 11.
She has blue blood.
Ew!
Yeah.
I think Cabal has like black blood or something like that.
Thought that was noob.
I don't know.
Smoking
I
noob.
can't remember. I can't remember. But I did see Cabal's fatality. They showed that in his little trailer.
Oh, cool.
Which I find weird that all they do is like show all the cool moves in their trailer.
Yeah.
Because
It's
like
then why am I
sometimes
gonna buy it?
Yeah, sometimes I don't even get to buying the game because I'm like, I'll just watch all the fatalities on the internet.
I know. They just do like. They'll just have like a music video of all the fatalities by the time the game comes out.
There's been so many games though, because there's like internet videos out there that's just like internet videos. I sound like I'm fucking 50 years old. Anyway, there's videos where they just compile every fatality ever, and it's like an hour long.
Yeah,
It's pretty
God.
great. I think I've done it, but I
went the mile.
Cabal's is pretty sweet. He like gets his hook sword into your head. And, like, he can run really fast, you know?
Yeah.
And he just runs and drags you behind him so it's scraping off your face and
Oh.
stuff. And then he, like, throws you up in the air and then chops you in half so you, like, split between his sword and just, like, fly off into pieces.
Oh, perfect.
It's pretty sweet. Didn't see
Awesome.
Devora's, but I can only imagine it's gruesome. These last ones for 11, even the one before it on X, pretty gruesome.
Yeah.
There's some of them are just like, oh my god.
Yeah, there's like ones where like they'll like cut like the front of your face off and you can see the brain slowly slide out.
Yeah, or like
Their
your
head.
tongue will like twitch still in
Oh,
there.
I know. Yeah,
Like,
there's shit
what
like
the
that too.
fuck? There's one, I think it was maybe Kenshi's or Ermax, where he just like lifts you up and like twists you and then pulls your guts out of your mouth with his like telekinesis.
Yeah.
Like, that one
oh
makes
yeah.
me want to puke every time
Yeah.
I see it.
I know Johnny Cage has one where he takes his hands and then drives them into your body and then pulls your rib cage apart and yells, "Here's Johnny!"
Oh,
while
yeah.
he sticks his head through he sticks the head through like the base of your body.
Yeah, your chest and guts. Oh, what a great finisher that is.
What a lovely game.
So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to get a PS4 sometime before I'm 50 too. That'd
There
be
you
great
go.
to play that.
You might want to get it soon, Troy. The new free game for PS Plus this month. You want to know what it is?
Yeah, probably.
For free.
Yeah, what?
You can get Hitman.
God damn it! I love Hitman. It's the newest Hitman that's out right now.
Yeah, the first season. I think
Okay.
Hitman 2, is about to come out pretty soon.
Okay. Fuck
Yeah.
me.
I hope they have the level on there where you can assassinate Gary Busey.
Oh my. I totally forgot about that. That's a good one. Moving on, JT. So, Star Wars 9 is out at the end of this year.
Yeah.
Still doesn't have a full-on title yet, which I am just, like, fed up with. Like, who cares what the title is?
Star Wars Episode 9, Endgame.
Could you even imagine? That'd be fun. But the rumored Star Wars 9 title, if you care, is apparently great if it is a real thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be just Episode 9, The End, maybe? Is that what it is?
The End? That's it?
I guess. Let me make sure that I read it correctly here. So, way to silence your phone, you boner. Oh, never mind. Balance of the Force.
Oh.
The End was just was a misdirect.
The Balance of the Force.
Yeah. So, if that's does that sound like a good title to you? I don't think it sounds kind of boring to me for the finale of the three-parter.
It's fine, but it's so weird because how they've left off now. It's like it doesn't like the last one felt like more of a continuation and not like we're about to wrap things up in the next one.
Yeah. I can't remember. Were you a fan of Last Jedi?
Not as much as like other ones.
Yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of it either. There's chunks of it I do like.
Yeah.
But as a whole, like, I don't think I was in love with it. Like, everybody is just so angry at it still.
I'm not angry at it.
I've given up, like, wanting to talk about it at all.
No, I'm not angry at it. I'm still a fan of Star Wars. I grew up with it, but, like, yeah, it just, I don't know. Especially a lot of the stuff at the end, it just kind of felt like they were just like, and then this happens.
Yeah, I get why people like it. Like, I can see their argument. I'm like, yeah, that is good. Like, it kept you guessing the whole way through. You don't know what is going to happen.
Yeah.
But if you look at it from, like, a narrative structure from Force Awakens until this point, like, this episode 9.
Yeah.
And having, like, a flow, because that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like they just shoved everything out of the way, and then they have to kind of start over all in 9.
I know.
That's what it seems like, anyway.
Yeah, it feels like such a different dynamic that it feels like another story and not, like, ramping up to the end of this story.
Yeah. And I don't think that's the way it was originally going to be when in the 70s when Star Wars came out. Because they made Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being a huge hit. And then they're like, oh, well, let's just do another one of these, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think... And then they did it again with Return of the Jedi.
Because I don't think George Lucas put the episode 4 on it until it became a hit. Because I think when it was in theaters, it just came up as Star Wars.
Yeah, that was it.
And they did the crawl.
And then it didn't even have A New Hope until, I think, Empire Strikes Back came out.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I'm not the biggest Star Wars nerd, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. But those work all independently of each other because there's, like, time spread out between them.
Yeah.
They are telling, like, a single narrative with, like, Luke and everything.
Yeah.
But, like, this is so tight with... It happens, like, right after...
I know.
Like Force Awakens and then goes... It's weird that they would just, like, break a lot of narratives in The Last Jedi just to, you know...
Like, Rey's, like, so powerful
again.
for not knowing shit.
And, like, that's a whole, like, different, like, Mary Sue type of, like, argument. But even, like, the Snoke thing, they make, like, a big deal out of him in... The Force Awakens, like he's going to be this brand new emperor, and they kind of cut him short in that, and it's like, oh, well, why'd you make it, why is there a big deal about it?
Like, you don't even know where he came from, and he's already, like, not even an issue anymore.
Yeah.
But he was an issue. So then you're like, so why'd you even have him if you're just going to get rid of him like that? I don't know.
Yeah. To just introduce another guy, probably just like him in 9? I don't know. Anyway, I feel like we shouldn't even talk about it anymore. It's just stuff that I hear
Let's
all the
stop.
time. So anyway, so that's whatever I said was going to be the title could be the title, or it might not be. That's my news for that one.
Your news was possible no news at all.
That's what we do here. News about Avengers Endgame. Now, this isn't any spoilers or anything like that.
Good.
But it is rumored that it will be very long. I think the edit that they have now is at 3 hours.
Yeah.
So it's long enough where they're also thinking about putting an intermission in for people to get up and go to
Oh
the
my
bathroom,
God.
which I would applaud.
Yeah.
If that was the case.
You'll just stand up and you will. If we go to Endgame, I want you to stand up and applaud when the intermission comes on.
All right, I'll try to remember. I will. And then,
Let's make try.
yeah,
Woo! I can piss.
yeah, I'm gonna piss and I miss nothing.
I'm gonna piss and not miss.
So yeah, it could be upwards of 3 hours long with the cut they have now. They
Yeah.
still have a few more edits to do, I guess. I find that kind of weird because it's still like coming out very soon.
Yeah.
Well, they got like
Well, yeah,
2
like,
months.
what, yeah.
I would think they'd want a final cut before like
Well,
April.
first week in May.
It's April 27th.
Oh, it is. Oh shit.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, they're thinking about doing an intermission in there. And Disney seems to be okay with a 3 hour cut anyway.
Yeah.
So even if this is what they have now, Disney's fine with it because it's
Well,
like
yeah,
a big
'cause-
finale of
Yeah.
22
Infinity War was
movies.
2.5, wasn't it?
Yeah, I want to say it might have been even more than that.
Yeah.
If you stood, well, there was end credits. It was the whole Nick Fury
Yep.
dissolving.
Motherfucker.
So yeah, check that out. So get your orthopedic seats in there so your ass don't
Yep.
fall asleep.
Yep.
But anyway, I'm still looking
turn
forward.
on the seat warmer.
Oh geez, that'll put me right to bed.
Oh my god.
Can you even imagine?
I mean, why even buy the whole seat when all you're gonna need is the edge?
I'll see if I can bring that up to the ticket counter. Can I only have like a $5 ticket?
Yeah.
I'm only gonna need the edge of my seat. Big news, JT, for if you're a fan of Invincible and
Yeah.
you're looking forward to that Amazon animated series, because a voice cast has been given
My god.
to the public.
Amazon seems to be doing a whole bunch of comic inspired shit.
Yeah. I think... Oh, no, that's Netflix. Netflix bought the rights to anything that Mark Miller does.
Yeah.
Which they're coming out with pretty soon. Amazon has this, The Boys, and... there's got to be one more thing. Regardless. But yeah, Amazon is doubling down on that.
And then HBO's got Watchmen coming out.
Mhm.
Like, my god.
The DC app has, like, their stuff coming out.
Yep.
Jesus. I think the only one missing out is Hulu. And they still have, like, the
They
Runaways.
still, yeah, they still have the Runaways.
Jesus.
Gee.
Ways.
Jesus.
But anyway, the voices include Stephen Yun
Okay.
for the titular Invincible,
Okay.
J.K. Simmons as Omni-Man,
Yeah.
Invincible's dad,
Okay.
Sandra Oh, I'm not sure who she would play, Seth Rogen, Gillian Jacobs, Andrew Rannells, Zazie Beetz, Mark Hamill, Walton Goggins,
Damn.
Jason Mantzoukas,
Jesus.
Mae Whitman, Chris Diamondopoulos. He's from Silicon Valley. I can't remember who he is off the top of my head.
Is he big head?
Maybe. But yeah, those are all just the ones now that are announced.
It's a pretty big cast.
Yeah, especially if they pulled in, like, Mark Hamill.
Yeah, Mark Hamill, because he's known for his voice work. I bet he'll...
Yeah, I don't know
Really
who he'd
kill it,
play. Hopefully he
doing
could play,
something.
like, a bunch of people. But yeah, they also got, like, the Zooks in there. Jason Mantzoukas,
Yeah.
Zazie Beetz. She's hot right now. It's going to be pretty sweet. Seth Rogen, but I think he's, like, executive producer on this anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, big new. I'm excited for this a lot.
Yeah.
Like very much so.
I was seeing a lot, like, Why the Last Man is coming out pretty soon, or is getting.
Oh
a
yeah,
lot
I
of
saw that was like
talk too.
being pushed forward.
Yeah, I can't remember who's making it again.
I don't remember either. But I've been looking forward to that even since like they thought Shia LaBeouf was
Yeah.
going to play.
I think
the
AMC
main
is,
character.
is coming out with it. Is Why the
Okay.
Last Man.
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
It's not like a series that needs to be on like an adult platform.
No.
Like they already, if they could put out stuff like The Walking Dead, like Why the Last Man is nothing.
no.
The most that Why the Last Man has in it is like maybe brief nudity.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, I'm stoked for that. That Why the Last Man is one of my favorite books
It's good.
of all time. It's one of the only ones that ever made me cry at the end.
My God,
I
Troy.
know. Just get emotional. I get too emotional. And that was before I
Soft
was
as
a
baby
dad.
shit.
I know. Can you imagine now if I read it, I'd be a puddle of goo. I'd just be crying and pooping.
Chelsea, take this out of my
I'd be
hands.
pooping my little pants. But that's all my news I got, JT.
Okay.
What do you got there?
Poop in your little pants.
Poop my little pants.
Let's see here. Troy, you know Disney?
I've
Buying
heard
up
of 'em.
Fox.
Yes.
Lots of speculation about, is Disney gonna Disneyfy those rated R Fox properties?
Yeah.
Well, Disney has come out and said that they promise that Marvel will still keep with R-rated movies,
Okay.
including Deadpool.
Really? And they're not going to come out like under like a different production house that Disney owns? Because for a while, didn't Disney own like Touchstone or something, and they could put out they put out like R-rated movies there? Or am I
don't
thinking of
know.
something else?
Well, I would think they'd probably come out under Marvel if it's going to be comic
Ah, yeah,
related.
that's true.
Now that Marvel has its own studio.
Oh my god. But yeah, that's good. That's good then.
Yeah.
So what, they're gonna just put out Deadpool? that's the only other rated R thing that they
I
have.
think that's all they can really do unless they...
I don't think they're gonna do it to the X.
I heard there was a rumor that Black Widow might be rated R,
Okay, fine.
but other
Fine.
than that, can't really think of anything else they would really make that's rated R.
Logan 2, but with a different Logan.
Yeah. Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Troy, we talked about Anna Taylor-Joy
Uh-huh.
not too long ago.
We
being
did.
in Glass and Split.
Yeah.
And we talked about how we want to see her in good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, she might be in some good stuff because apparently her next role that she has landed is in a thriller called Last Night in Soho that's going to be directed by Edgar Wright.
Oh, Edgy.
Iggy.
Sweet deal.
So yeah, I'm always
Yeah,
interested in
what's-
Edgar Wright's stuff.
Any word on what that's gonna be?
Not really. I think it just came out with just a title, but they said it's going to be a thriller. I don't think it's going to be much of a comedy.
Oh,
So I'm curious to see what he does with a thriller type scenario.
A thriller. Yeah,
Yes.
give it to me. I have missed out on the last few Edgar Wright things. I haven't seen Baby Driver yet either.
I know.
So,
I gotta watch
I need
it.
to get on it.
We should do a Baby Driver, a second Baby Driver episode so you could see it.
Good.
Cause we did that episode where it was me and Dave,
I'm
and like
sitting there.
I was just you're just sitting there, and I was like softening my views on it because it looked like I thought I was hurting Dave's feelings by like critiquing it.
That's all right. You don't gotta. You don't gotta step around his feelings. Just smash him.
What you like is stupid.
And I hate you.
I got some TV news, Troy.
All right.
The Walking Dead
Yeah.
renewed again
Oh my god.
for a season 10. I saw they put out like a small trailer for like their next half of their season.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they introduced the Whispers now.
Okay.
And some of the stuff in there looks kind of cool.
I was a fan of some of the Whisperers stuff that I read.
'Cause
I
there's
didn't get
like
too far into it.
Because what I saw was like there's like this scene where like these walkers are walking towards Daryl, and then he just keeps taking his bow and just like firing into their arms and legs, and then like he fired into two of them and they didn't do anything, and then he fired to another one and then they fell and screamed, but they all look like walkers. So I was like, oh shit,
cool. So he's just, that's weird that he's just playing with them. Because he doesn't know, right?
Yeah.
You would assume, so he's just shooting into their legs for fun.
I guess.
Like,
I don't
why
know.
isn't he shooting them in the head?
I know.
All right. Good deal. Good deal that thing is still making money for people, I guess.
Yeah, so we'll
Jesus.
see. I'm done with it. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's too far gone for me.
I haven't watched in a long time.
And based off of things that we've watched in the past for our test pilot,
Yeah?
The Good Doctor got renewed for a third season,
Oh, okay.
and A Million Little Things got renewed for a second season.
Okay. Million little things. All right.
Yeah, I fell off of A Million Little Things because it is not. Also, New Amsterdam got renewed for another season.
Okay.
So yeah,
All those dramas.
yeah, those things.
Cool. I'm glad people like them. I'm
And
glad they found some sort of audience. Good for them.
But something we might be interested in, Legion.
Yes.
It has scored a third season for FX, and it is said to be its last.
Okay. I was wondering, actually, how that was going to fare with Fox getting bought out.
Yeah.
Because Legion, it was actually really good.
Yeah.
Unlike Gifted, what I don't care about at all.
Yeah.
It's that other
And it's-
mutant show.
Yeah, me and Molly watched the second season, and it is so trippy sometimes where, like, there's full episodes where we don't really have any idea what just happened.
I haven't seen any of the second season yet, so I'm just like... I'm really looking forward to it, but I've heard it's... Is it as good as the first season?
I
'Cause I
think
think I've heard some mixed stuff, but
Yeah.
generally positive.
I think the first season is more straightforward, and that's why I think I like the first season more.
Okay.
But yeah, the second season is super trippy.
Sweet. Speaking of like things that I need to just continue to watch, I went over to GHD's house, and he had the third season of Preacher on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's 3 seasons of that already?
Yeah.
And on Blu-ray already? I haven't even seen the second season. He's like,
Yeah, because the whole third season, I think, takes place in Angelville.
damn. Because like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I haven't seen any of it. So he's
Jesus.
seen less than me, but he just has bought all of it.
But Preacher's so good. Like that
That's
first
what I
season.
hear.
That first season is just. I was so kind of let down by that first season because it just kind of felt like it was dragging its feet for the most part.
Yeah.
But then it was like the second season kicked in and they were like, yeah, we are going
We are
pedal to
getting
the
to
fucking
it.
metal. Like, they find every aspect that was remotely good about the first season and they turn all of those up to like 100.
Sweet. And I think that's all on Hulu and stuff now, right?
Yeah, I think up to at least the second season's on Hulu.
Solid. I'm going to turn this heater off if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I'm getting a little hot.
A little hot. Troy, do you like Zootopia?
Yes.
Good. Well, some possible good news for you, Troy.
Oh.
Disney is reportedly working on not just one,
Oh.
but 2 sequels
Okay.
for Zootopia.
All right. Pump the brakes, Disney.
Yeah. All right, come on. Let's see how the first sequel goes before you start getting all antsy in your pantsy over here.
Jeez Louise. I mean, yeah, Zootopia was good.
Yeah.
It was like on a bit of a rotation, not by Macy, but by just having it on in the house because we thought it was pretty good.
There you go.
I think Macy was around and we put it on because she liked the colors or something.
Yeah.
But she was like 6 months old or something. Like she doesn't
Yeah.
care about anything
Yeah.
then. That's what's great about kids. They don't care about nothing really until they do, and then it's very
then-
passionate.
And then there's no escaping it. It's constantly beating you over the head.
Yeah.
Just to reiterate some news that I think I brought up before that's been confirmed, Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper will perform Shallow at the Oscars.
Oh, okay.
So get ready for that.
Confirmed. Double confirmed.
I even heard that Bradley Cooper's been making a few guest appearances at some Lady Gaga concerts to sing Shallow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Bradley Cooper.
Bradley?
Coming out of the woodwork.
My word.
And my last bit of news, Troy.
Yeah.
This coming Friday, Valentine's Day,
Oh.
Big Mouth is
Oh.
putting out a Valentine's Day special
Oh, no.
on Netflix.
I can only imagine how disgusting that's going to be.
Dude, I fucking love Big Mouth.
I like it a lot, too, and I was trying to catch up with where I left off when I stopped watching it for a minute. And Chelsea walked in and was just disgusted at whatever was going on.
They do go into great detail about many
Really,
bodily any bodily function
Yeah.
they go into.
You bet they do.
But no, it's good.
It is
good.
good. Oh, I've got one little bit more news, too. I thought you were going to bring it up, so I didn't say it before. The Simpsons
Oh yeah.
is renewed for 2 more seasons
Oh yeah.
to the thrill of, I don't know how many. No one?
Yeah. I thought they were already going to hit, like, I thought their main goal was to hit, like, the Gunsmoke record.
Yeah,
And they were
and
going to do that this season.
I think they already hit it, didn't they?
Maybe.
Like, they're in the current season. I think they've already hit that episode where they beat Gunsmoke. So what are they going for now? Just to really drive it home that they'll be the longest running anything on television?
Does Matt Groening already not have faith in Disenchantment? And now he has to fall back on Simpsons?
I never went back and watched Disenchantment after the first episode. Not that I didn't like it, I just, like, couldn't find, like, an excitement to want to go back.
It's good, though.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It strikes me more like Futurama than it does Simpsons.
Which is good, because I think as an entire product, I think I like Futurama more than The Simpsons.
Yeah.
The Simpsons is good for a good chunk of time.
Yeah.
But then after that, I just like, whatever.
Yeah. What they need to do is they need to make that Simpsons world like an actual app that you can buy. Because I would buy that and I would just to play in the background. There's so many episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be amazing because I like, even though there's a lot of stuff, because you have to get on the FX app, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would watch quite a bit of stuff on there, but then, like, I don't, just, if all you're doing is playing The Simpsons, just have it on all the time.
Yeah.
That's it, just like as you said.
Just just take control of it, Matt Groening.
Mm-hmm.
Charge, like, maybe $5 a month.
Yeah.
I'd pay $5 a month to have the entire Simpsons library at my fingertips.
Yeah. That's a lot of stuff. That's 30 years of content.
Yeah. And they even had a thing where you could just play a random episode.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just keep it on random and just, like, watch, just go from, like, season 2 to, like, season 26.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was fun as hell when I had access. I think I did, like, a 7-day free trial or something, and I'd fall asleep to that shit. It was so much fun.
I'm gonna look, how long would it take to watch all of The Simpsons?
They did it on FXX, didn't they? They had, like, a whole marathon where they played all of it and took, like, a week and a half.
Oh my god. All of the Simpsons. Oh, all of the solutions. Oh no.
Uh-oh. You're on a watch list now, Troy.
It would take 202 hours and 24 minutes. I don't know how long that is. But yeah, Jesus. Good for The Simpsons, though. And for it being animated. My goodness. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, 10 days would be 240 hours. So 220, you said?
202.
202. Probably be like 40. It'd be like probably a little more than 8 days.
Yeah. My goodness. And that's no breaks.
No breaks.
Just straight through. Can't eat, Can't go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Can't go to sleep. You just have to go crazy and sit in your own filth until
Yep.
it's all over.
There'd be a
And
smaller.
then they'll add
there'd, be
two
a,
more seasons onto that.
there'd be a small intermission between seasons, and Troy would go,
Woo!
"Yeah, intermission,
Love intermish.
piss to miss."
Oh, brother. Well, you know, when you're in intermission, you know that you're half done.
Yeah,
But you know it's all the way done?
this shit.
This shit.
This shit.
You got it.
This shit's all the way
How
done.
do you like that shit? JT, the big game was this last Sunday.
Oh yeah,
And with it came a slew of
TV spots.
TV spots.
I wasn't surprised. There wasn't anything that was like trailer.
Yeah.
There was one big trailer that
Yeah.
we'll talk about,
Yeah.
but everything else was just TV spots.
Yeah. I don't know. Did the superb owl
Yeah.
not I mean, I don't really care about the football anyways.
No, I heard that sucked.
But even with that, like, all the sports fans say it was just kind of a boring game.
Yeah.
And then even the people who were just in there to watch all the ancillary stuff was just like, eh.
Yeah.
So, like, who did this win over?
There was a few fun commercials though.
There was a few, but
I
then
think-
you only see them, like, once.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of which ones caught my eye. I think the Stella Artois one with the dude was good.
Oh, I only caught a glimpse of that one. I
I
up out
went
of
back
the
and
room.
watched like I watched like top 10 lists of like
Uh-huh.
people's favorites. Like that one was pretty good because it was Sarah Jessica Parker plays Carrie Bradshaw, and they ask her, and then they're like, "Oh, Cosmopolitan." She's like, "No, I'll take a Stella Artois," and then everyone's like, And then Jeff Bridges shows up as a dude, and they're like, "Oh, hey, dude, White Russian." Like, no, I'll take a Stella Artois.
I think I caught it when the dude saddled up to the bar, and then isn't like the old interesting man in the world? Wasn't he in it too? And he
No,
was-
I don't think he was there.
Are you sure? The most interesting man in the world, but the
Oh
old
yeah,
one,
that's right.
and he was drinking a Stella just to like
Yeah.
rub it into the Dos Equis
Yeah,
commercials.
fuck you, Dos Equis.
It's just like the Sprint guy now that used to be the Verizon guy. Just like fuck
Yeah,
you.
that's right. I guess he was. But no, that was good. Apparently, for some reason, there was a lot of robot hate in the Super Bowl commercials this year.
Oh, I don't. I again, I was like didn't pay a whole lot of
There's
attention.
like a fuck. What is it? It was some
hate.
beer one where it was like they showed like this robot that was just being like superior in everything, like could run fast, like was a great fighter or whatever, jump high and stuff. And then like it shows it like running down the street, and then it looks in this bar and everyone's having fun, and then it just has like that tagline where it's like, what's the use in working hard when you can't enjoy it or something. It just shows us.
Michelob Ultra.
I think it was Michelob.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Oh,
it just
no.
shows this robot just looking sadly into this, like, it's like raining out, and he's like looking into this bar window as people are drinking beer and
Out
like
of these
cheersing
skinny
each
little
other.
Cans.
Yeah.
Great.
Whereas, like, there was like that. There was the Pringles commercial where like a Siri, like talks about how it can never experience joy and happiness, and like, cool, play Funky Town.
Oh yeah, I like that a lot. That was good. I was actually shocked by the Bud Knight, but there was a Game of Thrones
Yes,
commercial.
that was perfect. I actually even heard I heard something on a podcast they were talking about, I guess, like Bud Light was like, would it be okay if we didn't kill the Bud Knight? and then HBO was like, either we do it or we don't do it at all.
All right.
HBO just swung their dick. It's like can we just get it where like maybe the Bud Knight gets like hurt really bad? Like, no, he's dying. We're gonna fucking kill him.
Suck on it. That's perfect. So yeah, I think those were what I can remember, some of my favorite stuff there.
Yeah.
hold on. I just remember that I have to load something up. But continuing on,
Yeah.
there was also let's just go on to robots, because there was a new trailer or TV spot for Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah.
Everything that I am listening to that talks about like movies and stuff like that thinks this movie's going to be the biggest flop of the year.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be kind of like how Ready Player One was received,
Yeah.
but probably worse.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because Ready Player One was fun,
Yeah.
but it didn't like end up blowing me away or anything like that.
Yeah.
And Alita Battle Angel I know even less about,
Yeah.
and I think people are going to be like regular moviegoers be like, this is weird.
Yeah. And Alita Battle Angel won't have that nostalgia behind it either.
That's
like Ready
true.
Player One had.
It looks cool, and like I've kind of fallen into the way she looks.
Yeah.
Because at first it was like off-putting,
Yeah.
with her like big eyes and stuff like that. But now I'm like, yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it looks just gray and drab, and I'm just like, I don't.
I've already kind of accepted I'm just gonna rent it when it comes out.
Oh yeah, I might get to that point too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't know. Like the trailer was kind of fun. It's just like an action scene, I think.
Yeah. Unless I hear a lot of people just like give it rave reviews, I'm probably just gonna wait to rent it.
Sounds good. Sounds freaking good.
Yeah.
That's about my sentiment on that trailer we got. We also got another one for Jordan Peele. Not Jordan Peele. Yeah,
It is Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. I just confused myself. Another trailer for Us.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I
have
cannot
no
wait.
idea what's happening yet.
I know. I can't wait. It looks so. It has me so befuddled as to what it's going to entail, and I
Yeah.
cannot wait.
I know. And it looks just creepy.
Oh, so fucking creepy.
Chelsea saw it and immediately was like, nope, 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 nope. Man carrying scissors, walking all jaggedy.
Yeah.
Nope, 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 not gonna
They
see
put out
it.
a poster for it where it's like Lupita Nyong'o, like holding a mask of herself, and it's
Ugh.
like her like staring like wide-eyed crying. Where you're like, oh my god,
Oh my
it
god.
looks so fucking
God.
like.
No,
I
thank you.
cannot wait. I am so fucking pumped for this.
Yeah, looks really good. Super pumped for this one.
Yeah.
Anything more about that one?
I can't think of too much more new in it that stuck out to me.
Right, I
but
can't either.
it has me so fucking pumped.
Yeah. They showed a teaser for Toy Story 4.
Yeah, I'm still on the fence about this.
Me too.
Especially like those fucking bears that Key and Peele are playing just seem so annoying.
Yeah. I liked their banter when I was listening to it, but I'm like, if they're going to be in the whole movie and they have this kind of energy where when they're trying to like tell like kind of like, I'm assuming an emotional kind of story.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. They usually don't miss on a Toy Story movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but maybe this could be the one miss. Who knows?
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
But like I said last week when we were talking about Toy Story, it's just like, well, we thought they were done, so they're gonna try to done it again. They're gonna end it once more,
Yeah.
and then until this one does probably good, then they'll probably end it one more time. They'll do it
don't
until either Tom Hanks or Tim Allen croaks.
I heard, what was it? I thought I heard somewhere that it's supposed to be kind of like an emotional story between Woody and Bo Peep, I think.
Yeah, I heard it was a Bo Peep centric story, which I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that's a weird one to do.
Yeah. But
Whatever.
if they do something good with it, cool.
Yeah, why not? Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
We don't own it.
Like, we can't do shit.
Play with all your toys, whatever.
Yeah, play with your toys, Toy Story.
Play with all your Toy Story 4s, and we'll maybe enjoy it. They had another TV spot / trailer for Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
Catch this one there, JT?
I did. It doesn't look like anything new.
Yeah.
Like there was a little banter between Brie Larson and her co-pilot.
Mm-hmm.
A little more of that in the beginning, but beyond that, like I said, I just don't. I don't know. It just seems like the same old space stuff that I've seen in other Marvel films. But I mean, I'm still gonna see it.
Yeah, I mean, same here. Why do you think? Because we're not the only ones that are kind of just like, yeah, it's coming out. Like, yeah, we'll see it.
Yeah.
But like, it seems like everyone I talk to that has like any opinion whatsoever on it is kind of like the same as us.
yeah.
Like, yeah, it looks good. I'm excited.
I think it's just because everyone's just so looking forward to Endgame.
See, that's what I think it is too. It's like Endgame comes out like a month after this.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know, it seems like a weird time to put it out, I suppose.
Yeah.
And it seems okay, so I made this kind of analogy when I was thinking about just talking about this. Is that even before this movie was in production, they had like Brie Larson announced as the cast, like as her. But it's like they just keep driving home that it's like she's the most powerful. She's like the biggest fucking deal.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like how in wrestling, like Roman Reigns is like shoved down your throat.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I get it. Like, just prove it then. Like,
Yeah.
and then you see it and you're just like, quit shoving it down my throat. Like, I'll see it. Just whatever. So like, I think that's also building, at least to me as well.
Yeah.
It's like, like it's, somebody else brought it up. I think it was the Weekly Planet that said like, all the other heroes are ostensibly human, besides like, you know, a big tree monster and a raccoon that can shoot guns.
Yeah.
But like, they're fallible, and like Captain America is just like a strong guy, and Tony Stark, yeah, he can have like these amazing suits, but you take that away, he's just like a really smart guy.
Yeah.
But like, she can fly and shoot laser beams out of her hands.
Yeah. It looks like she like takes out an entire garrison of ships.
So like, yeah, it's proving to me that you're backing up what you said. She's the strongest hero, but then it's like, where's the drama, I guess, in that?
Yeah.
It's like, if she is just so ultra powerful, it's kind of like the Superman argument. If you're so powerful, why should we be interested in your story, I suppose? But maybe you just need the emotional attachment to it to actually see it in the movie.
But then if she's going to be emotional to somebody, it doesn't look like she's really emotional with anybody except Nick Fury.
Yeah. But maybe we'll be...
I don't know. We'll see.
Surprise us.
I don't know. It kind of reminds me of Molly always told me about when she read the Game of Thrones books. Like, the book that she read where they had the Red Wedding, like the book still goes on for like another 100 pages, but they never go back to it. Where she was just like, I don't give a fuck about any of this. Like that's what kind of this reminds me of. Where it's like, oh my god, wasn't that crazy? Now let's go to the 90s and check out what Captain Marvel's doing. Who? Who cares? Go back to this.
Yeah. Chelsea's excited to see Captain Marvel.
I think it's gonna be cool. Like I do like that Marvel is introducing a female character that's like super powerful like this.
Yeah.
But
the only other female character they have is Black Widow.
Yeah.
Oh, and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like she is not like a main player. She's kind of like a side character, you know?
But like in terms of how Marvel tells stories, especially origin stories, I can't see what they can do different with her that they haven't done with all their other characters they did origin stories with.
Yeah. And that's like a complaint on every single origin movie, too. It's just like, oh, okay.
Like, they've already gotten to the point where we have so many established characters where it's like, you almost feel like, why do we need to see another person's origin? We've already seen, like, 20 up to this point.
What would make this movie really interesting, though, and I'm fairly certain they're going to do it because they have it set in the 90s, is, like, using other Marvel things to like retcon her into these things, and see like the interesting writing that they can do to like, oh, she's kind of always kind of existed here, and you can see that because if you look back in this movie, you can see
that'd be cool too.
I'd be like, okay, that would make. I love a good retcon that's like makes sense out of all that stuff.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
Or when they have all of that rumor about Scott Lang like traveling through time, like what if he like shows up in certain scenes?
Yeah.
In Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
He's just like lost.
He's like, hello? I'm trying to rent a movie in this Blockbuster over here.
Hey! What year? Like he just runs into it. What year is this?
Great stuff. Well, do you have any other ones before we jump into what the biggin?
The big super bowel stinger was?
Yeah.
Can't really think of anything else.
I think we hit most of every one of them. If there are other ones that are not special.
All I can think of is the other Super Bowl ad and then the trailer.
Okay. Go ahead. Continue.
Oh, okay. You want me to talk about the actual trailer that came out this past week?
Sure. Now I'm thinking I don't know what it is.
You should know what it is. It was the only trailer that came out this past week.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. They put out a full trailer for Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh! Yes. Okay. Yes.
And I saw this. In all honesty, it looks fun as fuck.
It really does.
Like,
would it be bad if this is the first Fast and Furious movie I've seen?
I want to go to it too. We should just have like a bro. We should get like Dinosaur Neil.
Yeah.
Try and talk GHD into Cohen.
That's right.
Just get a bunch of bros together and just go see it because it looks like a full out bro movie.
Yeah.
You got Idris Elba, who's like Superman for some reason. And
because they just need somebody who can punch the Rock.
Yeah.
So they need to give him superpowers.
Yeah. It just looks like a bunch of beefy dudes just running big cars into each other.
Yep.
Beating the piss out of each other.
Right.
I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
Fucking Princess Margaret from The Crown is getting her fucking ass kicked in this.
Yeah.
Like, it looks so goddamn fun.
It looks, yeah, exactly. It looks fun. It doesn't look great.
No.
It just looks like a fucking great time.
Yeah. Like, physics don't even apply to anything in this.
Logic out the window.
Yeah. Fucking The Rock is fishtailing like a giant semi. I can't. I want to see this in theaters, to be honest. It looks like hella fun.
Oh my god. Every time a new one of these comes out, I'm like, we should do a retrospective on all of the movies. Because, and then I just think about where it started. It's like, oh, they're just racing cars to, like, deliver drugs or something.
If we were going to do it, I would say we should start at Fast 5, because that's when they introduce The Rock and they get ridiculous.
Okay.
Like they fucking tie a safe to 2 cars and drive it through Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Oh, yeah. I know about that. Even if because we could probably even do, like, if we were, okay, just throwing it out there. If we were to do it, we could probably do the first 2 in one episode.
Yeah.
I feel like Tokyo Drift should be its own episode because I guess it ties into nothing.
Yeah. They tie it in very loosely because they just play the end of it at the end of one. Because it's supposed to take place like further in the future than the other movies. And then when it finally catches up to it, they introduce it as this is when Jason Statham comes in.
Oh, great. And then I don't know what happens in 4. Who cares?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just throw that on like a tail end of the Tokyo Drift episode. So the 2 episodes, you got 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, and then start with 5, and then do an episode for each. Oh, sorry, hit the mic, and then hit an episode for each one of those.
Yeah.
But even then, that's like a month's worth of shows.
We could probably do all of them. We could do like a fast summer where for all the Monday shows, we do all the Fast and Furious.
Right in. If you think that's a good idea. If anyone is interested in it, and we'll put a poll up too.
Yeah.
Interested, yes or no? Because if we don't get anything, like, I'm not going to do it if nobody wants it.
Yeah. Like our Monday shows, I wouldn't say they're throwaway, but like we save them for just like whatever, like, things we want to do. Like, I think doing a mini series of all the Fast and the Furious movies, like over the course of the summer, and just call it the Fast Summer.
Oh my god. I'm just dwelling on that idea, and I think I like it. The more I think about it, I think I like it. All right. Anyway, that's out in the ether now.
There you go.
If you like it, hit us up at Review Pod. We'll probably have a poll up about it.
Yep.
Check it out sometime.
And
then we had one more TV spot for Avengers Endgame, showing a bit more than we did.
Yeah, I was surprised they went as much new footage as they did for it being just a TV spot.
And even with as much as we've seen from that other trailer and this, apparently the Russos said it's only the first 10 to 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, I guess the trailer and the spot are all just the first 15 to 20 minutes of the movie.
And even then, it looks like things like from speculators out there.
Yeah.
Things look like they're edited out.
Yeah.
Just like Mr. Sunday Movies, for an example, put out a video. It's like when you see like a lineup of the Avengers like walking in either the outer courtyard or inside that building, it looks like there's spots where they edited out people because there's like
shit.
big open spots where
Yeah.
a body might stand.
Yeah.
Because they did that in the Civil War trailer when like Spider-Man was supposed to be standing there, but they didn't want
that's
to ruin
right,
it on the
yeah.
airport or whatever. So they did that, and they are just speculating who could be in those things, and they've rumored that it could be like Ant-Man or even like the Hulk that's there, but they don't want to show him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, all right, that'd be fun. Like this is the only kind of like trailer manipulation to the movies that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Because like when Rogue One did it, I was upset when they changed like certain things in the movie that I was looking forward to seeing, and then they just weren't in the movie.
But they did that because they completely changed the ending.
I know that
People were so bummed out by the ending. Because you heard what the original ending was, right?
Yeah.
Where like they get away, but then Darth Vader like catches up to him and kills all your main characters right in front of your face.
Yeah. I would have been okay with that ending.
Yeah, but still, it's pretty shocking when it's like you follow these people all the way through the movie, and then you're just watching Darth Vader cut them in half.
Well, they all die in the end anyway.
Yeah, true, but they die more heroes than just like
that's true.
Just getting
mowed down.
Getting mowed down by Darth Vader.
But like there are shots that like when oh shoot, it's not Rey. What's her name?
It's Urso something.
Jin Urso.
Jin
when she's
Urso.
up on like the platform up there, and then the fucking TIE fighter comes up right all up in her face.
Yeah.
And then that's not in the movie.
Yeah.
And I was looking forward to that being like, oh shit, how's she gonna get out of it? Oh, it never happens. Fuck me. And like just other things like that, like them running on the beach and like those AT-ATs are firing down at them.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. It's all happens like up on a tower. It's like, come on. I get it. This whole thing went into rewrites, but come on. Anyway, Endgame looks
Endgame.
great. Looks great still.
Yep. So Endgame, make sure that if you're gonna tease it, put it in the movie, or else Troy will be very mad at you and hold it against you for how long ago did Rogue One come out?
Who fucking
2
knows?
years?
Yeah.
Troy will hold it against you for at least 2 years.
At least.
Probably longer.
What I'm saying is, take things out of your trailers and then surprise me by having them in the movie. Don't give me things in the trailers and then take them away. You fuckos.
You fuckos.
And it's by the same company.
Yeah. The fuck, man.
Anyways. That's it.
Well, Troy, Tournament of Random Movies.
Bring it on.
We have the last of the first round here tonight.
Ooh.
We'll know which movie, we'll know all the movies in this tournament, so one of these movies will be reviewed by us
Ooh.
at a later date.
Ooh.
I'm wasting time because I forgot to check who won the poll.
I think I did vote in this one too.
Oh boy.
I think I did.
Let us
Should I see if I did vote for it?
It is what it is. It is what I thought it was. Yes. So, National Lampoon's Vacation versus Dances with Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Troy, did you vote, and what
I
did you
did.
vote for?
I did, and I voted for Vacation.
Okay. Well, it won.
Got good.
It did win. I think there was like one vote for Dances with Wolves.
Did you vote for that?
I did not.
Good.
So there you go. National Lampoon's Vacation, moving on in the tournament alongside The Day After Tomorrow, Children of Men, The Edge, The Amazing Spider-Man, Platoon, and Drag Me to Hell, as well as one of the last two films
Oh my god.
that I will now tell you with clues that you will tell me.
I'm ready for clues.
The first movie is a horror film directed by John Carpenter
Uh-huh.
involving a killer inanimate object And the other one is a film from 1989 that involves
Batman.
a bouncer.
Oh, okay.
The tagline to the one from 1983: "She'll possess you, then destroy you. She's death on wheels."
Oh my god. I feel like it's right on the tip of my tongue, but I'm not gonna beat around the bush and try to guess. Christine.
Yes, Christine.
Yes, thank you. Got it.
The 1983 killer car movie Christine,
Okay.
directed by John Carpenter, which I didn't think he did direct that.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I know. I think it's based on a Stephen King
Yeah.
novel.
Yeah. Is that the one where he was like high on coke when he made it?
No, that was like Maximum Overdrive or something.
Perfect.
So there you go, Christine, and Christine's opponent from 1989. This is probably one of the best taglines I've ever read. It's so good.
I can't wait.
Dalton lives like a loner, fights like a professional, and
Roadhouse.
loves like there's no tomorrow. It's Roadhouse, Troy.
Fuck yes. Yes.
It's fucking Roadhouse.
All you had to say was Dalton. That's it. I knew it from that. God damn.
So Christine versus Roadhouse. I think I know what you're voting for,
Yeah,
Troy.
I really tipped my hat for this one, but this one, I'm voting for Roadhouse. Roadhouse wins every time. Even though I've never seen Christine.
Yeah, I know. That's the only thing that kind of like makes me think about this one, because I would talk about Roadhouse all fucking day.
Oh, yes.
But I'm really curious about Christine.
Yes. But
It's fucking Roadhouse.
it's fucking Roadhouse.
Even if it doesn't win, we're just gonna do Roadhouse.
How have we not done Roadhouse
I
already?
know. I'm surprised I haven't done Roadhouse yet.
It's like one of the videos I own. Like, I own this movie because it's so good.
fucking Terry Funk.
Sam Elliott is in this movie as freaking Dalton's protege.
God.
It's so
Throat
fucking-
rips.
My God. Wesley! So good.
Oh man.
Anyways.
Like just monster trucks. So many monster trucks.
My God. Pain don't hurt. It's like, what does that mean?
So there you go, Troy.
Yep.
Christine versus Roadhouse. Get your votes in there.
Get your votes in, you
Yeah.
sons of
If you don't want
guns.
Roadhouse to win, you better fucking vote your ass off, because it's a very good possibility that it already has two lined up.
That one may take the tourney.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So you're gonna say that's probably your favorite out of all of them so far, Troy?
Oh, it's so good.
Because because it's Roadhouse, Christine,
Uh-huh.
National Lampoon's Vacation, Day After Tomorrow, Children of Men, The Edge, Amazing Spider-Man, Platoon, Drag Me to Hell. Those are all the movies in this Term Random Movies 5.
Okay. I mean, there's some good ones that I could see if it came up against something
Yeah.
else. I could see it.
This one's pretty good, because it's
Itching
like
out.
if Roadhouse doesn't go on, there are some ones that I wouldn't be too butthurt that we could still vote through.
Right. Even though this one was like one of the more random ones than even the last one.
I think the last one was more random than this one.
See, now I'm getting them all. They all bleed together at this point. But they all end up. The cream rises. And they all end up
It
being
does.
like good ones that you're like, okay, I
It
could
does.
watch
It does.
that.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's a good deal. Well,
Fun.
JT, with the tourney over, you would think we just jump right into the movie, but we're not, because you want to load up that Scream.
What? Do we have a male Scream times 2?
This
That
one
sounds like the scream of a man with a middle tooth.
This one was emailed in almost like right after we got done doing our last show. Like because He listened to the show and did it right after, like the next day.
Gotcha.
From our pal from down under, Jude Smith.
Nice.
Writing in, hello and hello once again, fellas. Just had a thought about your call for decent kids movies.
Hello.
If you'll allow it, I will add my 2 cents. I do?
Bring it on.
So give it to me, Jude. Little movie called Road to El Dorado had me absolutely enamored when I was a small lad. I still thoroughly enjoy revisiting it every once in a while, though this might admittedly be through rose nostalgia-colored glasses. And he spelled colored with a U. You classy folk.
Wow.
Take that with a healthy dose of salt, as I also liked Akira quite a bit. So what do I know? Different strokes. We actually did Akira for a review many episodes ago.
Long time ago.
Also, maybe Shrek 2 might be a bit closer in tone to Baby Movie.
Yeah.
Just spitballing here, but Shrek 2 is a pretty decent movie. Hell of a lot better than Boss Baby. Probably. Who knows? I do. And
Shrek
I don't
2,
remember...
Shrek 2's on HBO, by the way.
And I don't remember Shrek 2 at all. I just know it's better than Boss Baby.
Yeah. I know you said you recently saw Shrek not too long ago.
Yes.
And I did see Shrek 2 is on HBO.
Ooh, very good. Also, with your luck, Cars 2 phase might just happen. I don't want that to happen. I've seen Cars 2. Jude,
is that the one where Tow Mater goes to fucking Japan?
Don't you put that evil on me, Jude. You son of a bitch. Don't you dare do that. I've seen Cars 2. It is a dump. As usual, love the show. Keep up the good work, etc., etc. Extra. There you go. I just added that in for flavor. Regards,
After Dark.
Jude. Also, fellas, if you ever go into that much detail for that long about Human Centipede 2 again, I'm throwing away my podcast device. Joking, of course, but really, ack. Thanks, Jude, for writing in. Not only did Jude write in, he was the only one to email us, but we also, I got several mentions in my personal messenger from friends who listen to the show as well. Let me see if I can find that really quick. Good pal Stumpy wrote in, as he's got some youngins of his own.
I know he put Coco down there, which...
He said, thinking of movies Monster High. It can be scary-ish, but my daughter loves it. My Little Pony movie is on Prime.
Yeah.
I responded with, ugh. And then he also said Mulan is on Netflix. So he's got those to throw in there. He did also say Coco as well. But I'm saying Coco's not on the table. That was already a thing.
Yeah, that was a thing.
That was already a phase.
Phase has been passed.
I got hit up somewhere else too. I think on Twitter, but I can't. I got more mentions there. But anyway, for the last 2 Monday episodes of February, we should just drop a bunch of them in a hat and pull them out.
Sure.
And do it that way.
Sure.
That way we're not just like playing favorites to somebody.
Yeah. We don't want to...
And we put so many polls up.
We don't want to alienate our fans.
Right. We'll just drop them in a hat and see what.
Yeah.
It's all random at that point.
Yeah.
So keep them coming, because I'll have a pick for
Monday.
For this following Monday.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the listeners.
Yeah, we'll do our
grab bag.
the listeners grab bag at the end.
So keep the options coming in, and we'll write them down and put them in a hat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So
Hell
anyway,
yeah.
thanks,
Hell
Jude.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jude, for writing in. Glad you're a listener. Tell all your friends about it. How about that?
Yeah. Get on it.
Get on it. So that will bring us to the main event here, JT.
Yes.
The Lego movie. Hold on. I feel a burp coming. Now I'm ready. Starting with, came out February 7th of 2014.
Wow. We're like a day before, almost to the date, 5 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Uncanny.
So when this comes out, it'll be 5 years to the day.
Oh shit. How do you like that? Synchronicity.
Yes.
With a budget of $60 million, Domestically, it raked in $257.7 million. Worldwide, with a final tally of $469.1 million. Rotten Tomatoes has this movie, the Lego Movie, at 95%.
Ooh, that's pretty high.
IMDb has it at a 7.8 out of 10. Metacritic, 83%. And Facebook has this movie at a 3.9 out of 5.
Well, they're Facebook, so.
Take that, Zuck.
Yeah, Zuckerberg. Causing frickin' shit in other countries.
Dirty dog.
Yeah.
Have you listened to the Behind the Bastards of Mark Zuckerberg?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. So did I.
They're currently doing one on Roger Stone. I fucking hate that piece of shit.
I don't know much about Roger Stone.
There's a documentary about him on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
He is such a fucking... He's like an anarchist. Like, he's literally set up so many things that have ruined our government.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like, I'll only be just a few more seconds of being political and shit, but him, Paul Manafort, and some other guys pretty much set up, like, a firm that, like, congregates all of, like, the grossest lobbies and, like, international dictators into one convenient place that, like, politicians can get bribed from.
Ugh.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's like, that's, like, he invented, like, political lobbying, pretty much.
Makes me sick.
And, like, when they interview him about it, it's like the only reason he did it was because he could. Like, he's just a fucking... He's literally just a giant piece of shit. Like, I'm so glad that he's gonna probably go to jail.
What a garbage person.
Yeah, he's awful. He's got a fucking tattoo of Nixon on his back.
Oh,
He fucking loves
God.
Nixon.
Fuck this dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, Behind the Bastards is, I think, a pretty decent podcast.
No, it's good. Yeah.
Except I just can't listen to it all the time because it makes me depressed
I
about
know.
all these shitty people out there that have found, like, infamy because they're just so shitty.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. Like, that's what the name of the fucking show is.
I know, and it's like, it's just a thing that happens.
I just find them fascinating because they're just... Because, like, he's even getting to the point now where he's like, I'm realizing that all these people that I'm talking about have, like, really bad daddy issues. Like, he brought it up when he was talking about Roger Stone, where he's like, oh my God, this is, like, another one. Like, we're, like, going through a streak of just, like, guys that end up being terrible people that are, like, just trying to impress someone who's also shitty because they're older and they're, like, they want to, like, have, like, a dad that, like, respects them. Like, that's what Roger Stone was like with Nixon, where, like, he wanted Nixon's approval so bad that he would, like, do terrible shit, try and get him reelected. Like, these people are awful.
The Lego Movie. A little more facts for you before we get into it. This ranks as the 111th movie domestically of all time in the box office.
Wow.
Number 5 movie in February opening weekends.
Wow.
It's also the number 4 movie in toy adaptation movies.
I can see that.
JT, I have the top 5 here. Could you guess?
Man.
This one came in at number 4. Could you guess 5, 3, 2, and 1?
How many of them are Transformers movies?
All of them.
Oh, that was perfect.
Number 5 is Age of Extinction. Number 4 is Lego Movie. 3 is the original Transformers. 2 is Dark Side of the Moon. Number 1 is Revenge of the Fallen.
Perfect. That's amazing.
That was the only reason I even included it on here.
I know. It was such a weird where it's like, what was 5 and then what was 3, 2, 1? Like, you never asked me that where I'm like, this has got to be something specific.
Oh boy. So with that, JT, what is the Lego Movie all about?
Well, we follow a young construction worker by the name of Emmett,
Mm-hmm.
who is just going by his everyday life, watching his favorite show, Where's My Pants,
Yep.
listening to his favorite song, This Is All, Everything Is Awesome.
Yep.
Just living just a normal everyday life,
Right.
being a construction worker, until he comes across a mysterious-looking piece.
Uh-huh.
And when it's accidentally stuck to his back,
Mm-hmm.
he is brought into a whirlwind of events
Oh my, is he?
that very well might show that he is in fact something called the Special, who is a prophesized being that will save the entire Lego race
Yes.
from possible supergluing
Right. From the Craggle.
from the Craggle.
That's right. Very good as always, JT. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I don't know if you were done, but I just cut you off.
That's
so.
fair enough.
So when this movie was introduced, it was one of the not the first kind of like toy to movie adaptation we've seen
Yeah.
as of yet, because they not only have they had the Transformers movies, which is kind of like an easier pitch for a movie,
Yeah.
but they've also had Battleship before this,
Yeah.
which was hard to take and I never saw, thank God.
Yeah.
But when they announced the Lego Movie, even though they've kind of had like a bit of animated series in the past, even like Lego video games,
Yeah.
I still had a hard time thinking, where is Hollywood gonna take this idea?
Yeah.
And I was kind of against it. And then it came out and changed my mind completely.
Yeah. I know we see like a lot of these things where like they take a very popular property, whether it be toys or video games or what have you,
Yeah.
and they just throw together just a random bullshit story, and then they just think that they're going to ride off the idea that, well, people love this,
Yeah.
so everyone that loves this will go and see this movie.
Yeah, even to the point where I think like some were already pre-established scripts that they just threw an IP onto.
Yeah.
And they just made that movie, but it said, I don't know, fucking Battleship on it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, should we see that with Cloverfield now?
Yeah.
Or like they'll
exactly.
fucking buy up scripts and just be like, "There's a monster here now." Cloverfield, remember?
Not to double down and go back to the Super Bowl again, but I was actually surprised that there wasn't another thing like that. Like,
Yeah.
immediately following.
There's a movie on Netflix now.
But, because that did work last year. A lot of people
It
went to
did.
go see Cloverfield.
Yeah. But then it sucked.
But then it sucked. But, like, what if this one was good? I mean, you can play that what if game for whatever.
Yeah.
And then that can break, like, the stigma that it had from the previous year and be like,
True.
oh, what is Netflix going to drop this year?
Yeah.
You know? Like, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lego Movie.
Lego movie. This is gonna be the subject of tangents, so we're just like, anyways, Lego movie.
So when this movie did eventually come out and the trailers came out and everything, I was like, oh, that kind of looks way more interesting than I thought.
Yeah.
And then we went to go see it, and I immediately fell in love with the animation that they used.
Yeah.
And going back and rewatching this again, I was like, fuck, that looks really good.
Yeah, especially coming off of just not too long ago seeing that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that animation reminds me of this, where they kind of go into that stop motion feel every
Yes.
once in a while, too.
Yeah. But I mean, the Lego Movie does it all throughout, and it makes it seem like it actually is stop motion.
Yeah.
Everything is made out of Legos in this.
Yeah.
Even explosions and water,
Smoke.
everything.
Yeah.
Which I kind of forgot, like, being far enough removed from this movie from seeing it the first time.
Yeah.
I was like, really, I fell in love with this animation again. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, it's really good. And like, and I haven't seen the Lego Batman movie after it's already come out. Like when we first reviewed it.
Yeah.
but like I think when I went into that one, I kind of just took it for granted because I'm going in, I'm just like, oh yeah, it's like the Lego Batman movie or whatever.
Yeah.
But then like this, I really, even with the like, because I remember that I liked this movie more than I liked Lego Batman.
Yeah.
And going back in and starting it again, I'm like, yeah, I know why I did too.
Yeah.
Because like Batman was fun in this, but like when it was just him for the whole thing,
Yeah.
it's like I think it's almost a little much. Whereas like in the Lego movie, they can do anything really that they wanted.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's so. Even like watching it this time again, I felt it was fresh.
Yeah. And I feel like with Lego Batman, I think they really went more in terms of they wanted to do more of like the Batman mythos.
Yeah.
Whereas this, they actually go into like Lego mythos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they dive into everything Lego, where it's like they dive deep into like how obscure Lego will make certain figures.
Uh-huh.
And like just like all of the different Lego sets you can buy.
Mm-hmm.
Like they talk about that. They make fun of that shit. They even make fun of like the random astronaut that everyone has. They can't explain where they got him. They have the weird astronaut guy with like the weird Saturn on his chest with the broken helmet.
Yep.
Like you're pretty sure the helmet wasn't broken when it came with him, but every time you have him, it's a broken helmet.
Yep.
Like the fucking spaceman in this is a dead set like spot on interpretation of the figure everyone had as a kid growing up that had Legos.
Yes.
He was in there. He had
Yep.
and the helmet was broken every time.
Yeah. And it was fun too. Not only that, but like when they go visit like the first other world they visited, like the Old West one.
Yeah.
And like Emmett's like, what is going on with this? And Wildside goes on to it like, oh, there's a ton of different worlds. She's like rattles a ton of them off, and it's like, that's a set, that's a set, that's a set.
Yep.
They like go into like the Bionicle stuff, and it's like, da 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 da. It's like, yeah, but we don't talk about those.
Yeah, that's some weird ass shit.
But yeah, it's everything is. It was like a fun meta commentary on like the stuff that actually exists.
Yeah.
And with even all of that said, they never ever utter the word Lego in this movie.
Yeah.
They never say it, which I was like, really? Because that was like a fact that I read, and I was like,
really?
Wow, they never say Lego in this? Okay. I think they never do, because they always just say bricks or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think even when they get to the ending, when the kid is like, but it's a toy.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he says Legos too. But yeah, no, I love even like down to like the food that they eat is all like the food that comes with like Legos. Yeah. It's like, I can't wait to go get chicken wings, and they're like holding big chicken legs.
It's like, man, I love my sausages.
And I love my sausages and my croissants. Like, they're just all like very obscure foods. And they're all, but it's like they can only eat what Lego makes.
It's amazing. I was reading more into it because I wanted to see like with all of this taking place, there was only like everything actually being things you can go out and purchase.
Yeah.
There's only 2 pieces in this that don't exist, and they're on why is the bad guy's name escaping me? Like Dr. Business?
President Business.
President Business.
Yeah.
It's like his helmet and like another piece on his like headwear are 2 pieces that don't actually exist.
Yeah.
That were just made up for the movie.
Yeah.
But everything else totally exists. You could piece together anything you see in this movie.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And I want to know like what, going into like the animation standpoint, like how they decided to put all this together. Did they like, I mean, you can easily put in like a brick and just like swap a color out or whatever.
Yeah.
But like there's like really kind of obscure pieces in this that they all fit. They just like animate just every single like obscure piece and just throw that in there.
Did they actually have to like hire people to build everything that they were going to like animate?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like I want to get into all that nitty gritty that I just didn't have time to dive into for the episode.
Yeah, it's so detailed with how like even like when they do close-ups of, there's like some scenes where they do close-ups of Emmett's face, and you can see like the scratches and imperfections in his like Lego head.
Yeah.
Where it's like he looks like an actual Lego figurine.
When I was doing some of the research for the episode, they were saying like in certain close-ups they make sure there are like scratches and like even fingerprints on some pieces.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ. That is above and beyond for like just a glimpse and you'll miss it kind of a thing. My God. So anyway, the movie looks great.
Oh yeah.
Stellar, some would say.
Yeah, it's really good.
Stuff that they throw in here, especially once they get to that dreamland, like the Cloudland or whatever.
Yeah, like Count Cuckoo Land or something.
Yeah, and like everybody like comes to the fray in this, and you get to see like a vast array of characters. That's when it like I like the movie from go, but like that's when I was like, this is fucking great. When they just throw everything at you, and like you mean like Superman and Gandalf and
Michelangelo.
Yeah. Like all of those things are amazing. Like for whatever reason, I really loved the Green Lantern character on this rewatch.
Yes, I remember when he came out and people were so up in arms where it's like, the Green Lantern's actually really cool, guys.
Yeah, it's
like, shut up.
Jonah Hill does his voice, and he's like, Superman gets caught in like gum or whatever, and he's like, Superman would come save you. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, just like
I got my legs stuck too.
Oh, my legs are stuck too. Oh, shoot.
And like you can even see like they even give Green Lantern a gap in his teeth too. Like they make him such a dork.
I don't know.
It's so good.
Fun fact about the Green Lantern figure, though, it does exist, and it's one of the more expensive figures to buy, because it was only ever sold at some Comic-Con and never went into like circulation.
Oh, wow.
So if you try to find it, it's like one of the more expensive actual figures out there.
Shit.
Yeah. So a little bit of knowledge to drop on you.
My God.
Mm-hmm.
You're full of it, Troy.
Thank you. Not only that, but I loved the Morgan Freeman's Lego character in this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Because he's also Morgan Freeman, but he's also snarky in like his Morgan Freeman way, and everything that he would say. Yeah. It like really cracked me up.
I also love this movie's use of like non-Lego pieces too, where it's like they even do things where it's like, I did this with Legos when I was a kid too. Like even Morgan Freeman's staff is a chewed on lollipop.
Yeah.
Where I did that, where I would take suck like sticks that I would have from Suckers and like have the Legos hold it, because it like fit perfectly in the Lego hands.
Yep.
And like use it as like swords and stuff, and they were like fighting each other.
It's amazing.
Where it's like, God, they legit actually like commented on that too, where it's like I felt like I was the only person that would like do that, but now it's like, nope, everyone did that. We're in fact making his staff this chewed on sucker, or like, God damn it, that's perfect.
Yeah, and even like President Business, his trophy room is just like odd real world like things. Like a Titleist golf ball and a nasty old band.
Oh my gosh, it's the ball of Titleist. It's like they found ways to like comment on all the things, but it was like done in a way where it was like just off enough. Like even the Craggle was just crazy glue with like the Z and like the Y scratched out and stuff.
Yep.
And like, yeah, like he had like an X-Acto knife, like, give me the sword of Exact Zero.
Another character I really appreciated in this, which I kind of forgot about until the rewatch, is the bad cop, Liam Neeson.
Oh man, good cop, bad cop is so good.
Super funny.
Hi, buddy.
And like the scene where he meets up with President Business and he's got his mom and dad there.
Dad, why are you moving?
Why is it I tell every time the mom to walk that you also start moving? I didn't tell you to move.
And then, like, I think Liam Neeson is like one of the best voices in this, because he also voices Bad Cop's dad. And he's like, oh, hi, son. We're so proud of you.
Oh my God.
It's like, okay, be natural. And then like, he just like gets him, and then like the dad just moves for no reason. It's like, Dad, I didn't tell you to move. Just like, such a fucking good scene.
It made me want to go back and rewatch that one like clip where Liam Neeson wants to do comedy and he's doing it with Ricky
From
Gervais.
Life's Too Short.
Yeah. I thought I'd be doing a bit of comedy.
Do a little bit of comedy here.
Good callback. Good.
But yeah, even like a lot of the things he does in this, like it's just so fucking good. He's like, I believe you. See how my hands are doing the quotations? And it's just his claw hands just like turning like really fast. And how he just abuses chairs every time he's mad. Like even like I walked in and you were like in the middle of watching it, and it's that scene where like he's chasing them and then they get away in the submarine and then he flies up in the air and then you see a chair fly out into the ocean. Like he just keeps a chair on hand to just abuse when he's mad.
Oh, excuse me, I had early morning. Oh, so yeah, all of these aspects are amazing in this. I was trying to actually think of like any real criticism I had in this, and maybe if it was the first time I saw it, I would like maybe have some.
Yeah.
But going back and like kind of knowing what to expect on a rewatch, I'm like, I really can't think of anything I would really change.
No, I on this watch through I did not too long ago, I pretty much pretty firm on how I felt when I made it my favorite movie of 2014. The only maybe small criticism I would give it is that it sometimes can be a little too chaotic where
Sure.
And like it's like an hour and a half, but like sometimes they kind of rush through some things to hit that hour and a half long mark.
Mm-hmm.
But it still stays tight enough and it still tells a cohesive enough story where it's still really good.
Yeah. It is pretty frantic in some spots. That would be true, yeah. And and seeing it on the big screen would probably like put you in some sort of coma.
Oh god. Yeah, there's like oh god, like Lord and Miller do this all the time where it's like it's so funny that like my suggestion Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is like Lord and Miller's like first movie.
I just realized that on a rewatch.
I was like, oh shit, I fucking just made it a Lord and Miller week. But yeah, they do that shit all the time where they'll have like random background characters just like yell random lines or like that catches me off guard and I start laughing that I like lose track of like what the fucking main characters are talking about.
Yeah. But I think they become a perfectionist at doing that.
Yeah.
Like, but I would say though, that sometimes I would just like to sit with a joke for a minute and don't need it like really tagged onto. They don't do it a whole lot in this per se. There is a lot thrown in there, but I think it all like adds more than it's just like they just try to beat a joke to death or whatever.
I'll talk more about it when we go into Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, but like I feel like they started with that and they kind of perfected with this, where it's like they're like the masters of like list comedy, where they'll just like list off things and they'll like catch you off guard at certain points where it's like hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like whether it's
comedy,
where it's like Emmett going through his day, where he'll list off things that he does throughout the day, and then like they'll have that one thing that catches you off guard where you're laughing, and then he'll like just go back into it like it's normal, and like even like when they list off like who's at like that like puppy temple or whatever when they're at Count Cuckoo Land, and they're just like going through all the people that are there, and it's just like random shit where it's like Superman, Wonder Woman,
right,
the 1996 All-Star basketball team, like just like listing off shit where it just gets more and more obscure, but then they'll throw like another normal one in there just to kind of like break it up where it's like, oh shit, they're still going.
Yeah. Michelangelo. I totally missed that one. It was so good.
I also loved when like he's like gets a Dumbledore and Gandalf confused. It's like a fucking nerd would totally do that. Like, that's not Dumbledore, that's Gandalf.
Right. But then even like Gandalf and like Dumbledore are like confusing themselves because like Dumbledore, no, now I'm fucking doing it because like Gandalf says something like Patronus or something.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
right. He says the Harry Potter thing.
I was like, they're really having fun with this.
Oh,
Aren't they?
it's so fucking good.
I even enjoy the ending of this because I think when Lego Movie 2 was announced, we kind of got into discussion about this too. That's like, oh, this actually takes place in like kind of an imaginary world.
Yeah.
In this like real world setting.
Yeah.
That you don't know that's happening until like
it's
the
what
end of the movie.
it's what we wanted Boss Baby to be.
That's right.
Inside a kid's imagination.
And it was just kind of inconclusive.
Yeah.
And I really like that because I think I had a really touching ending.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I was like watching it back. Like, I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older, but like I was getting choked up like watching like the end when like the kid just like when like Will Ferrell as the dad is like realizing that his kid just did all this amazing stuff and it was so creative, and then he's realizing that he's like stifling that by like making him stay away.
Yeah.
And then he like hugs him where I'm like, God damn it. Like, why the fuck is this affecting me?
Dude.
The fuck is it with age that you're just everything?
I don't know, dude.
Things just fucking touch you in a way that you're just like. I watched this when it like first came out, and I was like, "Oh, that was pretty nice." Now I'm watching it now, where I'm like, "God damn, that's pretty fucking beautiful."
Dude, I literally almost cried during an Xbox commercial the other day. So, if anyone doesn't know what the commercial is, it's like a bunch of like kind of disabled kids
Yeah,
who
like
love to game, but they
Yeah.
can't do it very well on a regular controller, so they have another like special controller for these kids that can't use it very well, and they get to like be a part of like their friends' group activities. And there's this dad on the commercial that it's like, I'm just glad he can be a part of a thing where he can be accepted. And that dad starts crying, and when another dad starts crying, I start crying, and I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, I'm welling up, and I look at Chelsea, and obviously she's crying.
Oh, of course,
too.
she's already gone.
And she's like, are you crying? I'm like, of course I'm crying. There's a dad crying. I was like, I become that person that commercials. I used to make fun of these people, and now I am that person.
Oh yeah. Well, me and Molly watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and like there's so many. She just claims that like when men cry, she just starts crying.
Right.
And there's so many men that cry on that, where it's like she can't get through an episode without fucking bawling. But anyways, Lego Movie.
Lego Movie. We did it again. I wasn't even trying this time. Oh, Lego Movie. Yeah.
But no, this movie is so fucking Lego Movie is so fucking cool because it has like an actual like beyond all the chaos and all of the inside jokes and all of the pop culture references, like it still has like a really cool message at the end of it too.
Yeah.
Like they really point out like the whole thing about like Emmett being considered the special, and then they're like, oh well, he's actually kind of dumb. Maybe he's not the special.
Right.
And then like they kind of like kibosh like everyone that always like brings up where it's like, well, how everyone can't be, if everyone's special,
what voice
then
are you doing?
well, like those fucking like
Because you started like, well,
like you get like those fucking parents where they're just like, well, fucking we got Snowflake Nation right now where it's like if everyone's special, then no one's special, but where it's like, well, everyone's special because everyone's different.
Yeah.
Like that's what this movie really hammers home, where they stress so much that they're looking to one person to solve all their problems, where it's like, you guys can easily solve your problems just by working together and realizing what your strengths and weaknesses are, and then harnessing that to actually make the world a better place. Where it's like, you don't have to keep looking to one specific person to solve all your problems. And I think, like, especially for a movie that's kind of geared a lot towards kids, like, it's a pretty mature message.
Yeah.
But it's a message that needs to be heard.
Yeah. Kind of along the same lines, like, when Bad Cop was showing him, like, video footage of what people thought of him
Yeah.
kind of early on in the movie.
Yeah.
And like everyone's like, there's nothing really special about him. I was like, God damn.
I know. Like, they were really laying into him.
It's like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. But yeah, I totally agree with your point. Yeah.
Yeah, like they all come to the realization that like the only way they can succeed is if they work together. Like they don't like work by themselves. Like even when they make that submarine and they're all like they're working together, but they're working together where it's like, okay, I'll do this side, you do this side, you do this side, you do this side, where it's like, no, like talk and figure out like how do we put our skills together to make one thing as opposed to how do we make one thing but we do our own thing on this one thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about togetherness.
Yeah. They even like stress that like you don't really need to be that creative to be important either. Where like Emmett's whole thing is that he's really good at following instructions, and that's what helps them get into the tower to begin with, because he knows how to build these things that blend in. Where it almost kind of glorifies people that aren't creative, that are just really good at following directions.
That's very true.
Where it's like, well, shit. Like, yeah, you see all these movies where they're just like, oh my God, you're so creative. You're so passionate. You're so out of the box, where it's like, but this is like the main hero is a guy that can follow directions and
Right.
like just kind of blends in and is actually like not really like rocking the status quo all that much. Where it's like, well, shit. It should like just by that being like your main hero, like it shows that anyone can be like an important person in any kind of situation.
Exactly.
Like
It's a movie for everybody, Joel.
Yeah,
It's
so cool.
It really is.
I even like remember seeing the trailer to this where I was like, the main character is gonna be like a plain-faced construction worker when he's like next to Batman and fucking like all these different characters that are like pop culture references. But then like in terms of like the story they're trying to tell, like Emmett's like the perfect main character to focus on.
Yeah, right. Precisely. So other than like everything we've already brought up, like I really only have praise that I would just continue to repeat over and over. Like I don't really have many criticisms. The only ones I could think of would be like at points it is kind of frantic.
Yeah.
And there's a lot going on. It never bothered me so much, but I could see it could be like a hindrance to some other people.
Yeah. But I almost think it's kind of a praise for it, where it's like the fact that it can get so frantic, but then it still finds its way.
Yes.
Where like it still like has enough wherewithal to be like, okay, guys, settle down. We still need to tell a story.
Yeah, exactly. And then at the end, it rounds it out to be like a really, out of nowhere, like emotional ending.
Yeah.
It's like, my God, Lord and Miller.
I know. Like it could have stuck to being just a dumb Lego story, but then the fact that they brought it to reality where you're actually dealing with two real human being, like father and son, like interacting, where you're like, Jesus, you just took this dumb Lego story and you made it human.
Right. It like totally flipped my expectations on what to like see coming from like franchises that are spewed out, because like I already said, like when it was announced I was like not super excited about it, and then I ended up liking it a whole lot and was completely surprised. And like any Lego franchise that came out since, I didn't see the Ninjago one, but I don't think a lot of people did.
No,
but like I was pretty blown away by this. The Lego Batman movie was good. And then I'm looking forward to Lego Movie 2.
Yeah, I don't think Lord and Miller are directing it, but I think they're producers on it still.
Cool.
So I just want to see what they do with it. And it looks like, from what I saw from the trailers for Lego Movie 2, like it still looks like they're still maintaining like Emmett's weirdly sunny disposition, especially now that they're like developing like this post-apocalyptic world. Which like I'm kind of curious to see where they go with it, like if they're gonna bring back like the human element to it, especially because they're even like making hints that this might be like, with Lego Movie being like a father-son relationship, this might be like a brother-sister relationship, where it's like they even like bring up where it's like there's a person that visits from the Sistar system.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, where are we gonna go with this? And then they even like they introduce like the Duplos at the end of this too. Where it's like, we are the Duplos and we're going to destroy you.
So yeah, it's got me pumped for Lego Movie 2.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what they do with Lego Movie 2.
Exactly. So, what would we grade this, JT? Does it still rank near the top of your 2014?
It's still a super high A for me.
Yes.
Like, even the small things that I brought up, it pales in comparison to, like, this movie as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
It is so goddamn fun.
Yes.
Like, it almost makes me mad that I didn't go back and rewatch this sooner.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it.
Like, when I went in watching it this time, too, I'm like, why don't I watch this more? Because, like, not that we're doing what Macy thinks for... like our Thursday shows.
Yeah.
But like she was didn't look away when we were watching it. She was like pretty intensely watching it.
Right on.
So I was like, all right.
I see you, girl.
It's too bad like you can't like really watch it streaming anywhere unless you want to pay money for it.
Yeah.
I bought it on, rented it on YouTube.
Yeah. You couldn't even rent it on Amazon.
Yeah, it said it wasn't available,
yeah,
even though it's
stupid.
there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's only in certain regions, but like, what the fuck is wrong with that?
Fuckers.
So anyway, yeah, you can rent it on YouTube for like $4 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or buy it on YouTube. I don't know how that works. But it's there. It's probably just a fucking Google Play Store type shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got like a really scratchy throat all of a sudden.
Fuck Troy.
Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, I would give this also a super solid A.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Lego Movie 2, and I hope it's not a disappointment.
Yeah. Same here. So with that out of the way, JT, is there anything else you've been into this last week?
Well, I watched the movie Boy Erased.
Okay.
Which, I was really curious about it because it's like a movie based on a book by a guy that went to like a conversion camp.
Uh-huh.
That like, fucking...
You like Pray the Gay Away stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, yeah. And, it's fucked.
Is this the one with,
Russell Crowe and Nicole Kidman and...
Okay, yeah. They're the mom and dad.
Yeah. And, god damn it, what's his name? The main kid in it. He was in Manchester by the Sea, but I can never remember his name.
Anyway.
But he's like the Hollywood darling now. But anyways, yeah, it shows how fucked... If it's like... It's one of those movies where it's like, if half of this shit is true, then fuck conversion camps. Because it's like... there's like a part in here where they hire like a neo-Nazi that got out of jail because they want to like bring on that scared straight vibe.
You're right.
So they legit hire an ex-convict to bring these people out to like a fucking batting cage to like get them to play sport. Like you're legit watching like dudes that are trying to fix something that can't be fixed. They'd have no clue how to fix it. So they're just like doing shit.
Ugh.
Like when the dad first finds out that he's gay, like he takes him to a doctor to get like hormone injections or something, to get like testosterone injections because he doesn't think he's manly enough and that's why he's gay.
Oh
like it's just stupid shit like that. Like it's something you don't fix. It's just he's that.
When I first saw the trailer for that, I was like, I'm kind of interested to see that. Sorry, throat. Anyway, but like at the same time, I'm like, it looks like cripplingly sad and more uncomfortable than I really want to watch by myself.
Yeah, and the saddest part is like the kid, and like when you see the kid in the beginning, like he's all about it. He's like, yeah, I have a problem. I'm attracted to men. I need to fix this. And then as it goes on, he realizes that all these guys that he's putting his trust in have no idea what he's going through, and they're just borderline torturing him mentally.
Ugh.
Where he just gets to a point where he's like, you guys don't even have a fucking clue. Like, I'd rather be gay than have to put up with you guys just psychologically torturing me because you think, like, they're just, like, putting on where it's like, this is a choice. Why the fuck you gay?
Mhm.
And shit like that. And then like, not to spoil a whole bunch, but like he talks about like a part when he was in college where like word got out that he was attracted to men, and then a guy tried to rape him, and they used that against him in their conversion camp because
Shit.
because you have to reveal everything about yourself before you go in, and then they're like, so you like that, right? When he tried to rape you, where you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, like they're just fucking assholes about this shit. They don't understand anything about being gay, and then they just fucking everything that involved in the lifestyle, even things that are like done against their will. They're like, but you like that though. That's why you let it happen. It's like
sick.
Yeah, it's literally, it made me so fucking mad at fucking organized religion where it comes to this shit where it's like it's just a thing you don't understand. Even like there's like parts where like the dad's the dad has like him alone with like a girl, and he's just like, he jokes about it where it's like, well, just make sure you keep your ears closed and make sure I'm not coming, where it's like, so you're letting him have premarital sex. You're like insinuating he should have premarital sex, but once it comes out that he's gay, then you just start freaking out and torture him. Or it's like, hypocritical motherfucking religious people piss me off so much.
Did you see the Ellen Page thing when she was on the Colbert show?
I saw a thing come up about it.
The only thing that just reminded me of that. I watched it, and it seemed like, I mean, she makes like a good point, like about the system in charge right now.
Yeah,
is not very tolerant towards that kind of stuff.
Well, the vice president is a fucking does
the same shit that we were just.
He's a dog shit human being.
Anyway, she was talking about that, but it was kind of an awkward thing because she was like obviously physically upset talking about it.
Yeah,
but I couldn't tell. Like, I don't know if this is insensitive or not. If she was trying to get like a reaction out of the crowd or not when she was saying it, because there's sometimes she'd be like have a pause, and you could tell like the crowd was like, how do we react to this? So they'd just be silent.
Well, I saw it, and I think it struck me more as like it's just so overwhelming.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there's so, like, I'm not gay, but it's like I can connect with people enough where it's like, if I feel a certain way and someone else doesn't feel that way, and then they're just like, well, then stop feeling that way. It's like, motherfucker, I can't. I can't. Like, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, what do you expect me to do?
Yeah.
Like, I just think about, like, what if everyone was attracted to the same sex and I was still attracted to a woman? Mm-hmm. And they were like, stop! Like, I can't. I can't just get a fucking boner around a dude, man.
It just doesn't work with
me. It doesn't work that way. So it's like, if you just think about it that way, it's so much easier. But then there's like people that just don't. There's just people that lack so much empathy that they're just like, no, you're different.
Right.
There's just something wrong with you. Like,
this book that was written 2,000 years ago.
And I don't even think it's that. It's just like, because it's like, I don't even think it's that, because it's like, I just think people are just scared of things that are different from them. Like, you think of how many things involve premarital sex in fucking religion, mm-hmm. where it's just like, oh, okay, well, it was a mistake, it'll never happen again. But then like they're like come across homosexuality, and it's something that they're not attracted to the same sex, so then they're just like, I don't know what it's a sin. It's a sin. Never mind, guys. They're freaks. I'm still okay. Like, it's just like, it doesn't compute with them, so they have to make it a bad thing to make themselves feel like human beings. Like, it just feels weird.
Yeah. Really
I can't get why people would fucking torture other people like this for something that they just don't understand.
I don't know.
What are you so fucking scared about?
I don't know. Because I can just easily be like, I can just easily drop it and be like,
yeah,
oh, okay, well,
it's
I don't
cool.
agree with you, but like,
yeah, cool,
okay,
whatever, man,
cool.
Like, I'll admit, like, whenever I see whenever I'm like hanging out with one of my gay friends and they're making out with another dude, like, I'll stare at it for a little bit, but I'll be like, oh, they're happy.
Like, man, I could never do that.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm like that same way too. It's like just like two dudes like snuggling up against each other. It's like, man, you are brave. Because
Yeah.
you're doing it in a place where like, especially like two dudes, I feel like are not as
yeah.
tolerated
Yeah.
as much as like if two girls.
I know,
did
like
it.
two girls are so over sexualized where it's just like, yeah.
But it's like, man, you have more balls than I do. 'Cause,
Exactly.
Like, I couldn't do that. I mean, I don't want to do that really,
Yeah.
and like, but like you, this is really what you want. More
Yeah.
power to you, man.
Yeah, I feel it's just it's so fucking disheartening that these fucking people will just vilify it just to make themselves feel like more of a human being, when in fact they're just gross pieces of shit.
Anyway, what did you start out talking about?
Boy Erased.
Great Lego
But,
movie.
yeah, Lego movie. Anyways, Lego movie. But yeah, that and me and Molly finished the Ted Bundy thing on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
And-
I don't know if Chelsea finished it or not, but she had. Excuse me, I'm dursting hard.
Yeah.
She started watching it and like had it going most of last Saturday.
Yeah.
So I caught chunks of it.
Yeah.
But like, I'll let you continue and I'll chime in at the end.
But no, it's interesting. Ted Bundy is probably the worst human being to ever live.
From what I saw, that might be true.
And if you wanted to hear me go on another rant about religion, he gets when he's in Utah, he gets to be part of the Latter-day Saints there.
Yeah, I saw that part.
And fuck them. And then there's also another part where before he gets electrocuted or executed, he calls out to a guy that I'm kind of familiar with because he showed up on like when my parents would go to church. They're part of like a Wells church, like a Wisconsin Evangelical Lutheran Synod, and like one of their main.
I never knew what that meant, but
Yeah,
thank you
that's what
for
it
that.
is. But like, yeah, but like they would every month or so they would have these tapes come in where it's like the leadership of it would talk about like fucking stories going on that are God based, where it's like cool,
Sure.
and then they're like on Christmas every year they would be like, let's talk to the head of the Wells, Dr. James Dobson, and he's in the Bundy fucking documentary because fucking Bundy calls out to any kind of religious person out there so he can confess and shit. This James Dobson guy shows up and fucking Ted Bundy pretty much verbally jerks him off the whole time because they do a press conference with him where he's like, this Dobson guy defends Bundy and says that he's actually a good guy. It's just pornography and the devil led him down a certain path.
Right.
Where I'm like, fuck you. He's using you. Like motherfucker, all you have to do is say blah, 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 God. And these old crusty fucks will forgive every single terrible thing you've ever done and like almost like justify it.
Yeah.
Where it's like, no, it was the devil. No, it's not him, it's the devil. Motherfucker killed 34 women. Fuck you. You're
That
trying
he
to
admitted to.
Yeah.
There could have been more.
There's more. So fuck you. You're trying to fucking justify this white, good-looking dude because you're like, well, I can't really compute why a guy that looks like me would do this. It's probably the devil. Oh no, it's pornography. Yep, it's pornography. It's wrong. No, because people are just genuinely evil. Just
Right.
accept it. You fucking crusty religious fucks.
Yeah. Even like because I think right after they showed that part, there was a guy that was just on like in a talking head that was just like, pretty much everybody has access to pornography at some point in their life.
Yeah.
It's been available
Yeah.
forever.
It doesn't
and
make you
it
a
doesn't
serial
turn
fucking
everybody
murderer.
into murderers.
Yeah. Like when he is in Utah and he gets with the LDS and shit, and then he gets arrested when he's in Utah, and the motherfuckers make a banner to be like, no, he's good. He's a good guy. Here's a banner of all of us like all of us together. Like, he's so happy. Don't, like, you should set him free because he's so nice and he believes in God.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck you guys.
While he's out there like screwing a corpse.
Yeah, he escapes from prison at one point and then kills 3 more people after he escapes.
Yeah.
So then it's like, oh, so you guys wanted to set him free to kill more people.
It's insane.
It's like, all you have to say is blah, 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 God, and then everything you've done, they'll just forgive, and you can just go back to doing it again. As long as you say, but I love God. Oh, okay, never mind then.
Now, you're taking a very firm stance against religion on this.
No. I'm just saying.
Let me just back up. We both have the same agreement on this. Is that if you find comfort in religion and it makes you a better person, I get that why you can be into it.
No, I'm not saying that religion's bad. My parents are religious. I think religion is when used properly, is an effective tool.
Yes.
Well, not an effective tool, but it. You know,
it can be spiritually uplifting.
I'm not. Yeah, I'll say, big fucking whoop. I'm not. Well, like, big surprise. I'm not religious, but it's like, I respect people that are religious. I almost kind of envy people that are religious because it's like they have more hope in like the end of life than I do. But what I don't respect are people that use it, or people that will look the other way from terrible things as just to fucking try and make themselves feel better.
Yeah.
Because that's not religion. That's
right.
just fucking justifying terrible shit.
Yeah. You can stop digging yourself a hole if we got.
I don't think I'm digging myself.
That's okay. That's all right.
I'm not. I don't hate religion. I just hate people that use it as a fucking thing to
think bigotry's okay.
To tear down people or to justify terrible things people do because they look so much like them and they don't understand why they're so fucked up.
Yeah. I started watching a good chunk of the Bundy tapes thing, and like maybe I'm just like hitting like a point. This isn't like saying like I'm older now and like this isn't like that. It's just like I'm looking, if I'm gonna sit down and watch something now in the last couple of years, I'm just like, I need something that's more uplifting. Because like the Bundy tape thing, I was like, I just can't fucking listen to like a couple hours of just like how this guy is a piece of shit and everyone let him go and he just goes and skull fucks corpses and all this shit. I'm just like, I can't fucking listen. It just makes me sad. And I just can't handle a ton of that anymore. So I was kind of going in and out of it, where if you can watch all of it, like, more power to you. Like, you're more patient than maybe I am. But like I just can't do it. And so like I was kind of going in and out of it. But like I did find it interesting because honestly, I didn't know a whole lot about Ted Bundy. In fact, I didn't know so much, in fact, that I always get him mixed up with Charles Manson. And they're
they're different people.
Completely different.
Charles Manson didn't even like personally kill people. He like brainwashed people into killing people. Yeah. Ted Bundy fucking killed people.
Yeah. And so like I pleaded ignorance on all that stuff. Like I had no idea, but like I am fully aware, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to that Zac Efron movie about him. I think that people are getting like up in arms about that movie, though. I didn't really read into it. I just saw kind of like headlines.
I thought I heard like things where like people have seen parts of it and they said that it like not glorifies, but like makes it where it's like it's tense when he's about to get caught, where it's like, uh-oh, you might get caught, where it's like, no, you should be good. He's getting fucking caught.
Yeah. I like, I did catch a part of it though, where they're talking about, sending him to the electric chair. And there's some people like now in the present time talking about it's like, yeah, I could see people's general excitement of like getting this fucking terrible person out of this world. But then like, if you think about it hard enough, it's like you're selling t-shirts about killing a man. And that's kind of fucked up.
Oh no, that's like fucked.
And it's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But like, and then you just keep having that same argument. And you just keep going in a circle.
It's fucked. But then when you like dive into it and you see how he lacks such empathy for just a regular person, like he picked off people by like depending on their goodwill. Like, he would pick people off by being like, could you help me with this?
Mm-hmm.
And then he'd capture them and kill them. So he would, like, he wouldn't even, like, go after... I'm not saying anyone deserves to die,
Mm-hmm.
but he would actually go after people that cared to help him.
Ugh. God.
Like, that's a downright piece of shit human being.
Yeah. Wow, we went on a long time for the Bundy tapes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you...
No, but I just want to reiterate, I don't hate religious people. I just hate people that use it.
Okay, good.
I don't want to
Good.
come off as anti-religious.
You're just not a practicing religious
I don't
person.
practice it. And I like people that follow it. I just hate people that use it
And abuse it.
and abuse it.
God.
And there's probably more than you know. Ugh. Go before I start talking.
Yeah, okay, all right. Let me totally change the subject here. I started and finished reading this miniseries called Defenders: The Best Defense,
Mm-hmm.
in which they reunite the classic Marvel Defenders team of Namor, the Silver Surfer, the Hulk, and Doctor Strange
Yeah.
together in, like, they all have their kind of own separate stories, and then they meet up ambiguously at the end to fight a big common foe.
Yeah.
And they do it that way. I started reading the Namor one of the Namor the Submariner like a few weeks ago, and I wasn't really into the story. But then I heard one person say, like, oh yeah, it kind of wrapped up pretty nice. And so I went back and bought, even though I wasn't a fan of that one,
Mhm.
I bought the other 4 that all tie into the main story, and ended up being pretty cool. And so I ended up liking that a bit. So if you're interested, it's like a 5-part series.
Yeah.
There's a part for each of the main separate characters, and then they all intertwine into the one group issue.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. So
Yeah.
Defenders: The Best Defense, and there's a Namor, Silver Surfer, Doctor Strange, and Hulk book,
Yeah.
which are all pretty strong.
Yeah.
So check that out on your comic shelves, or you can buy it on Comixology.
Right on.
And the only other thing that I watched this last weekend, we went and dove into... I guess there was 2 things. Me and Chelsea watched 2 movies on Friday or Saturday night. We watched Nacho Libre
Oh,
again,
shit.
and
These are my
Hot Tub
PJs.
and Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
Which Hot Tub Time Machine is kind of like, I really liked it when it came out,
Yeah.
but I think it's kind of lost its luster a little bit
Yeah.
on its rewatch. But Nacho Libre is just as strong as ever.
Dude, I fucking love Nacho Libre.
Me too. I have a Nacho Libre mask
You
right
do.
there
You do.
on my comic shelves. And even though there's some kind of juvenile parts in it, I think it's really funny.
Yeah.
It's kind of got, like, if you're not into maybe like a Napoleon Dynamite, maybe sense of humor, then you may not be into it, because
Yeah.
it is kind of similar. It's not quite the same,
Yeah.
but like I really enjoy Nacho Libre
Oh, yeah.
quite a
Nacho
bit.
Libre is fun.
And the more I watch it, the more I like it too.
Yeah.
So everyone check out Nacho Libre. It's great.
I remember when I trained to be a pro wrestler, like Bobby Houston called the La Magistral the finish to Nacho Libre.
It is.
Like, tonight I'm gonna teach you the finish to Nacho Libre.
La Maestral.
Yeah.
It's great. So check out Nacho Libre. It's funny. And we found out that Chancho,
Yeah.
who he calls this like portly little kid in there, means pig. And so I was like,
no.
that's offensive, because I've been calling Macy that.
Oh no!
I had no idea, because I'm like, hey, Chancho, come over here. And like Macy will like turn to look. And I looked it up. I'm like, what does that really mean? Because I thought it was just like a name. No, it means pig. And I'm like, oh God, that's
Terrible
offensive.
father you are, Troy.
Guess so. Anyway. That's it. I think that's going to be the show, JT. If people would like to discuss religion with you
Hey, I'm all for it.
on the internet,
I'm all for it.
where can they do so?
please, let's say a prayer at Bucky for Everyone on Twitter, also Bucky for Everyone on Instagram, and Bucky for Everyone on Snapchat. Troy.
If people want to discuss with me translations to maybe possible offensive nicknames on the internet, you can do so at Troy to the Max on Twitter. If you want to hit us both up, you can do so at Review Pod on Twitter. We do have a Facebook. We're not on it a whole lot, but all of our episodes are uploaded onto the Facebooks. So you can find us there at facebook.com/reviewreviewpod. And all of our episodes are uploaded onto reviewreviewpod.podbean.com.
Yeah.
All of our episodes, old and recent, are there. And all of our new episodes are uploaded into a multitude of platforms, such as Stitcher, Google Podcast, YouTube. There's like everything.
Yeah.
Everything out there.
Yeah.
And if you have a podcatcher, it'll find it. If you happen to use Apple Podcasts, go ahead and rate and review us there, because if you like the show, that helps other people find the show. If you want to write into the show, such as our good old pal Jude does from time to time, as well as a few others, you can do so at reviewreviewpod@gmail.com. The lines are open.
Yes.
Monday coming up is our first foray. I think I had a trouble with this last week, too.
Just stop trying, Troy. Attempt. Our first attempt.
I'm going to run into it, see if I can get it. Foray.
There you go.
Into what can persuade Macy to the Max into something else.
Operation No Baby is in full effect.
Mm-hmm. And we're taking our first stop into Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Very curious to see how she took it.
Find out Monday morning.
Wow.
Monday
morning.
And then next week we have the follow-up to Lego Movie with Lego Movie 2.
Yes.
The
second part.
Yeah. So check us out then. But until next time, JT, where we talk about Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, I have been Troy to the Max Extreme.
I am G3K.
And we are off.